Gosh, morning. Morning everyone. How you doing? Yes, this is exactly what you see. Rope. I am getting myself ready this morning. It's early. Well, it's not early for everybody, it's early for some. This is early for me. I have been kind of just galvanize myself. Galvanize? Not even galvanize. Galvanize, isn't that a chemical reaction? Maybe it's got two. I can't even think right now this morning. It's a bit early for me. I would have got up at say 10. Well, 9 actually. But I've just been trying to figure out how to react before my brain does. Do you know what I mean? It's like literally, what am I doing? I've got myself skipping rope because come on. Let's see what we can do. Right, okay. So, got my rope. Let's try the dangerous of that rope. Let's see if I can. Brain. Everybody is asleep. Everybody in all of these houses can't see me, so my neighbours can't see me. I haven't left the house twice. I've left the house twice in 2 weeks. So, in order to get some blood running around my veins, in order to get my brain running around my outer body, because obviously if you stay in your head, it ain't good for you, is it? It ain't good for you. So I'm going to do a little bit of exercise, and I thought if I do exercise outside, then I'm killing two birds with one stone, getting out of my head and getting my brain outside of me and doing my whole outer body experience. So I'm going to do a bit of an outer body experience thing with this skipping rope. So I've got to try and remember how to skip. Found 2 ropes. This one is a good rope. It helps if the grass is really, really low, and I have got a bit of a bald patch on my grass a bit further down over there, which means I can jump rope without thinking. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, how do you overcome what's telling you? The really good thing is, last night I told myself, this is the way to go. I can't be thinking that I can walk up the stairs and that's the only exercise that's going to puff me out. I know that I'm going to follow there's loads of beautiful videos online, loads of different people taking on different journeys. But sometimes it's just a little bit good to just let some of that online stuff go and do some real work outside with this. This is do you know what? I haven't used this in over a year. So I'm gonna use it. Put my brain where my mouth is and say, yeah, I want to get fit. I'm gonna do fit and make this happen for me. Whew, let's do this. And if I lose signal, then I'm just gonna I'll just pop it online anyway, and you'll see what I'm gonna do. You'll probably see me sweating afterwards. Actually, I'll probably come back online afterwards. I'm not going to do no long 30-minute workout, do somersaults and jumping jacks, etc. I'm going to do it really basic because I haven't done the groundwork in a while. Do you know what I mean? Do you know when you haven't done the groundwork? So I'm going to take the rope, and I'm going to say, right, okay then, I'm going to make this a 5-minute exercise. There's 30-minute versions, there's 10-minute versions. I think I can only cope with the 5 minutes. So if I lose signal and this cuts out because for some reason the data that I've got, it can't extend beyond to the end of the garden, which is ridiculous. So obviously it's telling me to leave the house and go and do it down the path. It's like, we're running happening. I don't know if I want to leave the house and face that. Not that there's a throng, but I can't be bothered. But being in the garden right now, I feel like, right, okay, then once I've done this, I can just jump in the shower and then get on with the rest of my day. Get my little schedule going, and my schedule might just be one thing. Anyway, it's a bit fresh outside, which is why, even though the sun is coming up and it's going to warm up the morning air, I'm actually going to take this and, hey, hi Nicola, how you doing? Have you done your exercise this morning? Glad, sis. I know you have, innit? You have. You know you've got a few minutes before you got to get into the hamster ring of life. I'm going to do this. If I lose the signal on this, don't worry. I'll be back. I'll be back. It's really good to get out ahead of yourself. I've been telling myself for months, I want to get fit. I want to get fit. I want to do something. I want to get fit. And now, I just got to. I've now got to dress up for the part. To let my outfit. This here, long sleeve because of the freshness outside. So, my advice to me last night was, rather than talking to people about getting fit, let me get out in my garden. I should have put my sunglasses on. This is me in California, sis. This is me in Cali, San Francisco. This is me in Egypt. Yeah, anyway, I'm going to attempt to do a 5-minute skipping rope workout, get my heart rate up. I was in the garden a couple of days ago on Sunday, hacking at some weeds. I'll show you. Where is it? Hacking at the weeds. So I've got my little pile here. I want it to dry out because obviously in Derby the refuse collectors have advised that because of Rona, to protect their staff, that they're not really going to be collecting the green waste. So I've done a little bit of hacking. That makes me feel good. And now I've got to do a hack on my body. So I can do this. I'm just going to do a mixture of just cardio and a bit of conditioning. So if and I'm not the best skipper, let me tell you that now. Yeah. So if I can do like 40 seconds skipping, followed by 40 seconds skipping, followed by jumping jacks, I think that would be really good for me. So let me see if I can set up. If I lose signal, then I'll come back afterwards and tell you how I feel, what I did. Hey Bettina, how you doing? I'm just gonna tell my brain to move me. I'm telling my brain I've got to move, I've got to do something. This is about, what's the word? Putting my brain where my mouth is. Anyway, I've got the rope now. Stop gabbling, B. Just do some exercise. Oh, cat Francois, you'll be so proud of me when you see this. Where should I put this so you can see what I'm doing? Okay. Right, what music should I put in my head? What kind of music? So I put some. I think my friend had some. Or should I have some light? I can. Somebody count me 40 seconds. Somebody count me 40 seconds. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it feels good. I can't believe I can. Woo, I haven't skipped in ages. Okay. 30 seconds perhaps. I think it's just like 30. Okay. Jumping jacks. Okay. I do 20 seconds of jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Low impact. Do you know the low impact version is when you go like that. Okay. Oh, and the arms have to go up. And then, do you know what? This thing. Okay, come on. Anyway, put my energy into it. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm sweating under my armpits already. And I've been thinking, oh, there's this Do you know when you're thinking, popping things into your head? Anyway, some of you get ready to be amazed. Woo. Do you know, I've been furloughed. Do you know what furlough is? Furlough. Hey Jill, how you doing? So I've been furloughed from work. So I work part-time and I've been furloughed. So what I've been doing is obviously reflecting on my life for the past few days. So for the 1st of April, I've been furloughed. Sounds like a horse going out. You take your horse. I'm just going to take Bee and Daisy, the horses, off to the field, and we're going to put them out to furlough. So, do you know what I mean? It's that kind of term. People don't really want to talk about it. They just whisper. It's like, okay, just off from work because of the Rona. Rona means, and some people, I'm just so blessed that I am on furlough. Furlough being the government term for people to work, to still be able to have their jobs when we come out of this viral epidemic, this pandemic. And it means that the economy here in Derby, the economy here in the UK can still continue, or can be bumped up quickly without having to think about employment stats in a way. So I'm really, really blessed actually. I feel happy, I feel comfortable, I don't feel nervous, I don't feel like the horse that's been taken out to pasture. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if I was a horse being taken out to pasture, Frederic, how are you? How you doing? I was just doing a skipping exercise, and then I thought I've just reminded myself that I'm on furlough. And I could be sitting on my sofa on furlough, but I thought, let me wake up before the kids wake up, and let me try and do a little 5 minutes of jump rope, little conditioning, because I haven't exercised in like properly in about over a year. And if you don't do something for yourself, you know when you're trying to resist yourself. Anyway, let me have a little think. I'll do this jump rope. Excuse me whilst I get fit. Sorry. But 40 seconds. Count me 40 seconds, and I'm going to do this over there. Do you know there's a patch of grass that's bald? Can you see the patch of grass that is bald? There. That's what I'm trying to kind of aim for, but then if I aim it any more like that, it might just... If I aim it, I'll be out of shot, and you won't even know what I'm doing. What I'm trying to do is get fit. Anyway, what music shall we play? Let's have some music. Ring a Roses. Should we have some Lionel Richie? That'd be it. Dancing on the Ceiling. Count me 40 seconds. Count me 40 seconds, please. Somebody. Found a rope deep buried in my wardrobe, and oh. I might not even make 40 seconds, but I'm grateful that I'm out here. I'm grateful that the sun is shining. If it was raining, would I have come out of my house? Okay, let's do another 10 seconds. Come on, B. Okay, so as I was saying, so furlough is when the horse has been put out to pasture, whilst key workers keep us on track, whilst staff who are lucky to have companies that are going to take the government handout to keep businesses afloat, thus the economy from descending into chaos. So I'm one of them people. And I think it's really interesting. I'm really interested in how we've got the different ways that some people have been furloughed and other people have been cut from their jobs in different ways. And I really feel that that in terms of leadership, the same way that I woke up about, what's the time somebody, before I lose you on the signal? Oh my gosh, yeah, I know, go for your walk now, Jill, go. Well done. I think that with having a leader, or even in terms of leading yourself, for me, if I hadn't woken up at around 7:30 today, I didn't even know what time it was because I don't really wake up to alarms, I just get up. And if I hadn't have got up and said, I am going to do exercise and get myself fit now, this week, then I would have just ignored what I need. I need to get fit, I need to be healthy, I need to be on track, I've got to be a contributing member of my family, I've got to feel good about myself, and in order to do that, it's 8 a.m. now. Yeah, so I woke up about half an hour ago, and then 15 minutes ago I kind of came down, and I just thought, and that half an hour ago, do you know what I did? Because I've been kind of sabotaging myself, self-sabotaging myself, getting in my head and saying it's not, I don't need to be fit, I can just slob away and just get through my day and stay indoors, I don't need to go outside. I'm really grateful to be smelling this fresh air this morning in my garden. I really needed to be out here right now because furlough or no furlough, this particular condition that we're in, this state that we're in, it means that there are forces at work which are going to mess around with your head. And it's enough to have 5 people in the household, partner, 3 kids, and they have different ways of doing things, different energies, and you have to manage yourself around that. And I'm here, I'm wearing pink today because I'm the only female who is exhibiting a different kind of energy to the testosterone gents inside. So it gives me an opportunity to work with those different personalities, characteristics and energies. And I think when you're leading yourself, you have to be able to put yourself in a place, in a space that makes sense for you. Some people do their meditations. I've already done my little 2-minute meditation before I came out of bed. Then I thought, let me get ready, come downstairs, do this fitness. I'm going to probably go inside and do some, after I've done some jumping jacks and another round of skipping, I'm going to probably do a bit of yoga. I found a lady online called Jessamine who I'm really connecting with right now. I'm thinking, Jessamine, she's got yoga online. And so I'm going to see if I can do a little 5 to 8 minutes with her or follow her. And then I can get on with the rest of my day. I'm on furlough. So maybe, what do you do when you're on furlough? I get on with the rest of my day. I've got things I can do. I can write a blog. I can edit this video. I can try and sort out things. I don't know, there's things I've got to sort out. I've got some technical things to sort out online. I've got some physical things that I need to sort out. The I've got bags of clothes as well. I've got to sort out my clutter. I've got bags of clothes to put together. So it's not like there's nothing for me to do, or I need to gaze at the ceiling and think, oh my gosh, I'm on furlough. What happens if furlough never ends? Because that is something that's popping into our minds. Some people have been put on furlough and they're thinking, maybe this is the beginning of being redundant and being made redundant. And it's like, actually, there's too much. Hey Darren, how are you? You're right, morning. There's too much going on day by day right now, and being on furlough, or not even being on furlough, it's literally, there is so much that is coming at you in terms of information. There's so many conspiracy theories that come in. You know, you've heard about the 5G one. 5G, yeah, okay, cool. And then you heard about the one about the bat. Yeah, okay, then cool. And then did you see, not even the conspiracy, some of the rubbish that's going on? Did you see the one about how they're going to go and test some vaccines, or test some viruses in Africa? Yeah, okay, then cool. So you're hearing all of this information and you're thinking, I don't need to be thinking about whether or not redundancy is coming. I've just got to enjoy my furlough period and hope that the economy will kick back. But even prior to that, hoping that the key workers who are doing their job, that they remain safe. And also, even before that, just making sure that we stay sane enough to understand why it's important to stay inside, and sane enough to understand why this curve going up needs to be flattened. So yeah, I've been looking at all of that science and hearing the science, and oh, now my trainers are soggy with dew. Got soggy trainers, slightly soggy. It's all good. What is? Hey, but I'm fit, right? I'm fit and healthy. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so I've got 2 skipping ropes there. So I'm going to go for this one, and then I'm going to go and do, once I contemplate life and think about the furlough, I'm also going to think about what else I can do to get stuff out and sorted. I've borrowed my son's phone over there, look, so I could take some extra pictures just in case my one ran out and behaved funny. I've been thinking about leadership as well, in terms of thinking a really good leader in furlough is somebody who is able to consider all of the staff and looking at how they put the process together in terms of sharing the information with their company, with their organisation. And I feel really lucky because it wasn't like it was dumped on me and said, "You're right, you're going to be on furlough and we don't know what's going to happen," and putting the fear of whatever into my head. It was like a good, before this furlough happened, it was like, right, okay then, big company discussion about what's been happening. So we knew that we've been, ever since the whole you must stay at home business at the beginning of March, it's been like, do you know what, B? Not even just B, the whole of the organisation was, there's stuff happening right now. Government advice is stay at home, so you don't need to come into work. So I didn't go into Cambridge. Then it was like, right, okay then, now we've been told, do not move. And so we're not indefinitely, or just make sure you stay at home, work from home. Luckily I work from home part-time anyway, so it meant that I was able to say, right, hey, good luck, Jill. Good luck, Jill. No worries, you're welcome. So it meant that for me, I was able, the organisation, we all had a company meeting online. We're quite used to meeting online. We are always doing a lot of our stuff online anyway. So for us to meet as a company online, for our leader, our CEO, to be chatting to us and telling us what to do, because this is how, and also asking how we felt. This is what she said: everyone's going to stay at home. What do you need to stay at home? Is there anything that is necessary? Do you need anything in the office? That was before the proper shutdown, as in don't leave your houses. And then also the week or so before furlough, there was a company discussion again online saying these are the reasons why we're going to do this, and please don't feel worried about your jobs, and we love you all, and we want to be able to do this in a way that makes sense for the organisation and makes sense for the sector. And it's like, you know what, that's fine, whatever happens. And then when we were put on furlough, next step was we had again company meeting, and we also had the board, chair of the board with us, talking to us as well, and also giving reassurances, and people chipped in, spoke or didn't speak, and it was again a really good, wholesome feeling. Oh my gosh, it was really, I felt comfortable listening to that as well. So this whole furlough thing, it's not like I haven't felt like I'm a horse being put out to pasture. I feel like, yeah, this is something that needs to be done. Whatever happens on the other side happens on the other side, but the option is that we go back to work in a couple of months, and hopefully everything will begin to be put back on track. Oh, look, there's a bumblebee. Let me move. I'm wearing pink. Okay, I'm flower with a yellow. Anyway, I got to. So yeah, I think leadership is about being able to consider with empathy your whole organisation and what they're going through, what they could possibly be going through, alleviating their fears, consulting with them, communicating with them, and also looking at the process of and explaining the process and saying these are the reasons why, and economically things don't work, are not standing right now, so we've got to make some adjustments in order for the company to survive beyond Rona. It's like, okay, cool. That makes sense. I get it. It's cool. And we're tapping into the government handout thing, so we're gonna put some of you on furlough. Cool. Can take that. But some companies, some CEOs, I'm very aware, having spoken to some of my friends, that they haven't behaved in that same way. I've even got we're even on a group chat as well, so we meet up regularly online. We'll meet up and with my colleagues, so I'm on furlough, so around lunchtime today we've got a regular date in our diary. So if and that's a whole company, those on furlough and those not on furlough, I mean, who would have thought of that? Who why would you do that? Because of the organisation, because of the leadership, because everybody's allowed to contribute and to give voice in your company. You're able to talk, share and do that. I feel blessed. I feel really happy. I feel proud that I work in an organisation where people care and they're able to consider the people who are working for them, their team, their staff, and consider them that way. I feel bad for the leaders, actually, because I feel that they're missing out on really connecting with their employees, connecting with their team, connecting with how to be a human being. Yeah, it also, and from a spiritual level as well, I think for me, it reminds me that there is yin and yang, and that there are some people who are only in it for themselves, and then there's other people who are there for the good of a bigger bunch of people in their care. And caring is not hard. It's just about giving a little piece of your heart, being vulnerable, recognizing who you are, taking your bias out of it, and being able to kind of chat to a bunch of people who you may not live with or may not socialize with every day, but actually they come from a place that is contributing to the rainbow, the multicolours, to the fabric, the weaving and the stitching, different stitches of your organisation. There's loads of different textures within the textiles of what your company fabric is about. Let people connect with people, the people in your team. It's so important. So I'm going to do another round. I'm going to do another round of skipping. You can join me or not join me. You can watch me or not watch me. But yeah, and then I might go inside, have a shower. Because I'm on furlough. Yeah, I got to have a shower. You got to be. Do you know this? Just even staying at home, you just got to kind of make sure your routine is up, innit? You got to at least make sure you get up and out of bed. And I'm really proud that I've got up and out of bed. And I've done some exercise. Oh my gosh, for the first time, proper exercise for the first time in I can't even remember when, but I think if I can try and definitely do some skipping 3 times a week, if I can do skipping 3 times a week, I'm on to something, innit? On to something. And if you do it before everybody gets up in the house, wow. Yeah, then it's a blessing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing for you. Gets you out of your brain. It's got me out of my brain. I didn't think Because I was thinking, oh, I was like, why should I go? Why should I do sport? Why should I get out and do sport? My children do sport. I could just watch them do the sport. Go and do sport. Your people are online on Zoom or whatever doing gymnastics, conditioning. Go and do your gymnastics, conditioning on Zoom. Morning, Tony. How you doing? I've just been, just doing the little stretch. Little stretch. But yeah, did I do my, I got to do some jumping jacks and then one more round of skipping. And the sun is now warming a little bit, but I have got wet socks, so yeah. Furlough, I'm no horse. They put the horse out to pasture, so yeah. I'm trying to line up the camera there so that you can see the bald. Can you see the bald patch of grass there? Can you see? Oh, where is it? Where's that bald patch of grass? It's just there, I think. Methinks. Yeah. Maybe a little bit over. Yeah, there. Let's see if I can balance it. And do me jumping jacks. If I could do me jumping jacks over there, and then if I do me jumping jacks, then I can do me last skipping session, 40 seconds. So where was I? Oh, the sun is proper out now, isn't it? Proper out. Okay, so I'll do my jumping jacks for 10 seconds. Just remember, I'm on furlough, it's okay. 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 10 seconds of this. Oh, gosh. Oh, gee. I feel like I've done a workout. I'm smelling already. It's like, gee, I'm on furlough, it's okay. I'm on furlough, it's okay. I'm on furlough, it's okay. I'm on furlough. Is that 10 seconds? Is that 10? Is that 10? Okay, cool. So somebody, thank you for letting me know. And then I got 40 seconds of rope. And this is a simple cardio workout because I ain't ready to do any jogging at the moment because I don't think I can even jog 10, 20 yards. So, and I'm talking old 20 yards, old units. I don't know, 10 meters. Maybe I can do 10 meter run. I don't know, but anyway. 40 seconds, somebody count me in. Let's think of some music. Don't overdo it, else you'll collapse. Was that 40 seconds? Oh, how many seconds was that? Oh my gosh. Hey Maxine. Right, let's do this. I think I've got another 10. 10 seconds. 10 seconds, get out of your head. Get out of your head. Get out of your head, you can do this. Another 10 seconds. 10 seconds of skipping. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Okay. I have to get some. I'm going to pretend I've got a garage. A garage, not a grand tune. What cry? Jungle. Get some jungle in my head. Oh my gosh. 7 seconds. Okay, let's do this, B. Look at me taking the grass up. Okay. Thank you. Ooh. Booyaka. Oh my gosh. I'm going to go and do a cool down now inside. There's a lady who does yoga, African American. She's called Jessamine, and I think she's really cool. Feeling a connection. I'm probably going to follow follow some of YouTube. Well done for getting up, getting out of your head, whether you're in furlough or not. Just remember, we don't know what's on the other side of furlough, but we do know that there are always opportunities for you to, I feel like anything could happen. I am looking forward to what the future brings. And so I'm just going to enjoy the furlough. Just enjoy it. Enjoy the furlough. Connect on Zoom with so many different friends, with my family, friends, even work colleagues. So I've got my little lunchtime meet up with my work colleagues who are on furlough, as well as those who are not on furlough. So we'll have a little 15-minute catch up. And yeah, just keep ourselves moving forward, because that's the only way we're going to get through this thing, by moving forward. I'll probably dig out some more of the garden at some point, and also not feel so pressured to be some sort of superwoman as well every day, and connecting with the testosterone that's in the house, and just keeping my own testosterone at a low level without having to go screaming, shouting or jumping up and down. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. There is plenty for you to do. Some people saying, I don't know how to do it, I don't know how to, and it's like, you do know how to do it. You do know what to do, you do know what you could do. And I think the main thing is to try and get outside and breathe fresh air. And if you can't, for me sometimes just looking out the window is enough. 2 weeks, and this is my second time out of the house in 2 weeks, so for me it's like I've been able, I was telling my friend yesterday, she said, B, get out the house, get out the house. I said, I don't know, I can't be bothered. But I think sometimes just looking outside and appreciating the trees which are budding, releasing their buds, my dogwood bush releasing, opening up every day, looking at the grey clouds or the today gorgeous blue sky, and just saying, I am grateful, it is spring. Okay, cool. So yep, well done people. We've made it through to another day, Tuesday. Let's do this.